The Eagles-Giants Thursday night. As you guys know on the Audible, we absolutely love hearing Donnie's Eagles breakdown. This guy knows this team inside and out. Eagles open -3, total opened at 45. Now there's some 44s. I do have some interest in the over. Ajayi is done for the year. We've heard they have contacted the Bills about Shady McCoy. Corey Clement, as far as I know, should be good to go. But Donnie, what is wrong with the Eagles? They are costing me cash. Super Bowl hangover. And here, I know we're dealing with a young quarterback coming back from injury, but can we just trust the younger quarterback to be ready on this quick turnaround than Eli? And does one good game sort out the Giants' problems? I mean, we talked last week. They hadn't hit 30 points since the 17th week of 2015. Olivier Vernon will be ready to go. That is a huge deal. Eagles, Giants, Eagles 3-point favorites. What are you thinking here on Thursday night, Donnie?
Yeah, typically in my playbook, when I go to Thursday Night Football, you're either going to make the move on the home team or you're just going to pass on it altogether because the NFL, again, you guys hear me on all these shows, the most unfair competitive advantage in all of sport is the NFL football team that's playing on the road in Thursday night. It's amazing that the NFL even allows us to go on. We've talked about it a lot, Jimmy, saying, look, man, just double up on Monday night, take the Thursday game out, or put in the second bye. So no matter what happens on a Thursday night football game, these guys have, 10 to 14 days to get ready for Thursday night football. It's egregious that they do it. But having said that, this is a little bit more interesting because if we're good at geography, which most of us are not, Philadelphia is not that far from the Meadowlands in East Rutherford. You literally hop on down at Grand Central Station in Philadelphia, 30th Street Station, and take an hour train, and you are to the Meadowlands area, which the Eagles will do. So it's not a true, like what we saw with the Vikings a couple weeks ago there, Jimmy, where the Vikings got to go from Minnesota and travel all the way to Los Angeles on a Thursday night just to get served up on a platter. This is a little bit different here, but the Giants are playing pretty good football. The Giants defense, even though they did give up some points here versus the Carolina Panthers, they're keeping their team in most games. It's a shame that you have a quarterback like Eli Manning just throwing ridiculous interception after ridiculous interception. Anybody else that's quarterbacking that would be competent for the Giants, they would be in a really good spot in this football game. He's the only thing holding that team back. Can't get the ball deep to Odell Beckham Jr. And how about being down 17-3 in the last game, Jimmy, with the Panthers? And how do you break out of that funk? You have your wide receiver throw a touchdown pass to the running back, not your quarterback, sparking that comeback. And it's a shame that you lose on a 63-yard field goal to end the game. But the NFC East is tight. The Giants really need this one. Do I think the Giants can win just by a product, Jimmy, of being on Thursday Night Football and being at home is a major advantage? And the Eagles aren't quite there yet. There's just something missing right now with the offensive line, with Carson Wentz holding the ball too long. The playmakers aren't making plays. Nelson Aguilar had a fantastic year last year, Jimmy. Now all of a sudden, back to his normal 3 to 4 catches and 3 to 4 drops per game, it seems like. Alshon Jeffrey should be coming on strong here. It's not a position that I like. Do I think the Eagles can win the football game? I do think they can win, but I think the Giants keep it close. That's it. Look, every game it seems like the Eagles play with the Giants is a close game anyway. Buyer beware if you're going to look at the Eagles in this game because, again, it's either the home team for me, Jimmy, or no team on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, and our guys in the chat not liking it. Although Mochi Bograt says slight home dog on a short week sounds tasty. Vitalis pass. Marco Lou, I do not like the Eagles and Giants. I am off that game. What do you think about this total at I shouldn't say just anymore, but at 44? I have a slight lean to the over. Do you think there will be offense in this game? Do you think that the Eagles' troubles on offense will continue and Olivier Vernon will be a big boost to this Giants defensive line?
This will be an interesting one because you're right. If Olivier Vernon comes back, that's going to put extra pressure on Carson Wentz. And then we're already looking at the already horrific offensive line that the New York Giants have. Derek Barnett sat out last week, who I think the Eagles' best overall pass rusher. He was a full participant in practice. It's usually pretty easy to get the Eli Manning. But the one thing that the Eagles do have trouble with, and most teams do in the NFL, if you have a dominant wide receiver like Odell Beckham, you run a couple double moves at Jalen Mills, and it seems like it turns into 60, 70-yard plays at will. The only problem is Eli is so old and decrepit, he can't get the ball downfield anymore. So that's something to keep an eye on. I actually would lean, since it's a Thursday night game, more of the under at 44 because I think the Eagles are hearing the footsteps now. I think the locker room has spoken. We need to run the football more. We can't drop back 55 times in NFL games and win. Carson Wentz is taking a beating. Maybe you want to take a little bit off him. Corey Clement returned back to practice this week. Maybe you can lean on him a little bit in this situation. I do know J.J. is out, and that does hurt the team, but Corey Clement can come back and be a serviceable running back. Thursday night, division opponent. I usually look to lean towards the under in those type of scenarios.
I hear that. Difficult Thursday nighter for us. Guys looking for angles and looking to make some cash. John Roy says, system play, I'm on Giants, not loving it.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.